All right, you caught me. I like the smell of this. Peace pipe. Scents of pipe tobacco, vetiver, and smoky birch. Actually, I've got two of them that I just released. Both of them are a tobacco theme. The one peace pipe being a little sweeter, more of a pipe tobacco. Cherokee being more of a green, spicy, kind of a green cigar tobacco. This Cherokee is scents of green tobacco, cinnamon leaf, fir, fern, and bergamot. So, if you like tobacco, there you go. But tonight I'm going to be shaving with the peace pipe. Just an awesome scent, and I'm telling you what, it just keeps hanging on and lingering. I shaved with it earlier yesterday, and man, I could just keep getting whiffs of it throughout the day. That sweet pipe tobacco smell just keeps hanging on. Anyway, also I'm going to be shaving tonight with a Shear Mattaki Shavette. Wish me luck. I had a sort of successful practice run maybe with this thing, and maybe I'm feeling a little overconfident, but I'm going to go ahead and try it out tonight right here on live TV. So hopefully this doesn't turn into blood and gore for you. I have it loaded up with a Gillette Wilkinson sword blade. I like this blade. It seems fairly sharp and fairly smooth as well, in just about any kind of razor, safety razor that I put it in. So I figured, well, that might save me some skin at least to try it in this, and we'll go with that. And for the closeness, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of witch hazel tonight, followed by some Barbasol. And the brush I'm going to be using is the PAA Atomic Rocket. I'm really liking this thing. It has a little smaller knot than some of your higher end brushes, but this seems like the small to medium sized knot is what I like, and it's got a decent lift on it. Lathers up pretty good, so we'll go ahead and get started. And I don't know if this is my favorite bowl, but it's the one I use most of the time because it keeps lather from spilling over the edges. So I've got a little bit loaded up in there of the peace pipe, and we'll get started. I want to give a shout out to Nathan Herrera. He has become a good friend, and I got a mail call yesterday that would it just made me blush. The amount of soap samples and things that he sent me from other artisans that I have not yet tried, and I'm really looking forward to that. Somebody was saying that I needed to do a review on each one, and I honestly don't know how to do that. I've tried a few of them so far, and just lathering them up, and some of them I liked, and some of them I didn't, and I don't know if I'm willing to call that out. Being that I am in the business of making soap. So anyway, we got a little bit started here right now. I'm kind of going a little bit thinner. I'm finding that just a tiny bit thinner on the soap seems to work better for the straight edge razors and the Shavettes, and keeps it from kind of binding to your face and maybe giving a little too much cushion. Forgive me if I take an extreme amount of time and caution tonight, so I'm not ready to end my career on one shave, so, and you can laugh all you want. I may be doing it right or I may be doing it wrong, but I'm going to give it a shot. All right, I think we got a pretty good leather there, a little shine on it. I may even still have to add a little water. So I have to say that this is so far in my top 5 for scents that I've made. And I'm just painting everything with this thing. So kind of what I'm looking for tonight is a little less cushion, a little bit more slick. I've got my Barbero Allen block here. I rarely get into this thing anymore with a safety razor shave, but I'm going to go ahead and try to be a little cautious on the slip tonight. All right. Forgive me if I don't talk while I'm doing this. And I've seen where some people use a dry rag to wipe off, but I'm just dipping it back in the water, allowing just a little residue of water to stay on it. And get ahead of the blade into the lather. Going to this other side of the face may look a little awkward to you all, and I'm trying to figure that out myself. And I probably would pursue trying to learn with my left hand to use this, but I have some problems with my hand with nerve damage, and in my fingers every once in a while they're involuntary and giving me some tremors or a flinch or a twitch, and I I'm not that confident with trying to do that with that hand, so I guess we'll just keep going with this one. Also, I'm kind of dodging a few mosquito bites here. This is the time of year for it, and it seems like they're just about to eat me up when nightfall comes. Actually, that Wilkinson sword blade is doing much better than the last blade I used for comfort, which was a Persona blue or lab blue, and I used it because of the sharpness that's supposed to go along with the smoothness, but it kind of got me tore up just a little bit. And I did get that bite right there. Knock the top off of it. Well, there's a first pass. See what we can do to live on. One thing I have noticed about this Shear Mattaki, and it takes a full-size blade. The difference in this may be just the type of angle that you have to use. I don't know. Some of the thinner ones may be a better choice. This seems to have quite a wide blade for having such a narrow cut area. And one thing you've got to watch out for is this thing slipping off and your blade deal or your holder coming open, the trap door there. So I got to kind of keep constantly watching that. Go ahead and get lathered up again. I did try this one other time with uh, a little bit drier soap mix, and I had problems with the razor body wanting to suck down to my face, which is fantastic for a DE type razor because it gets you a good close shave. But when you're having to put any pressure on this thing to move it, that's when it seems to get me. I don't know if you can hear that cutting or not. We got the dryer running in the background, so it may be drowning it out. I'm still learning the angles for different areas of my face. Whereas using a double edge safety razor, it's nothing to slick it up again and take another pass in another direction real easy. But this, I'm trying to minimize how much this razor touches my face. I suppose if there's a chance for me to toughen it up, this will probably help me do that. I'll slick that up just a little bit. This is like a whole different ball of wax to me. I'm going to get a little water and rub in on that. Just make me a really slick surface there. All right, I think I'm there, or at least I'm as there as I want to be. My first Shavette shave on video with a Shear Mattaki. Get washed up here just a little bit. Throw on some, well, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this alum block on there and feel the burn. And it's not as bad as I expected. Nevertheless, it does burn a little bit. And now some witch hazel. Well, did you all enjoy that? A little bit of excitement? I hope so. And I hope that you enjoy these new tobacco scent soaps. And we're going to finish it off with some Barbasol. And, you know, I hadn't exactly figured out what the scent of this is, but it kind of gives me a little bit of a reminder of some tobacco and menthol. Cheap stuff. I think it's about $1.80 or $1.90, something like that. At the Dollar General. Multi-purpose. I've become very accustomed to it because when I'm out in the field working, I also use it as a disinfectant when I get cuts and scrapes and bug bites, and it kind of helps seem to repel mosquitoes a little bit. So, Barbasol. You ought to try it. It's cheap. Anyway, thank you all. And appreciate you being here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night.